We're in an interesting situation with Barry. He is in an acting class. He wants to give up his hitman job, gig to, become an actor. And, he is struggling with those emotions, and put him on the scale of maybe having some sort of disability or just a lack of understanding of like emotions and whatnot, not necessarily on a psychopathic spectrum. He just seems relatively clueless a lot of the time. So maybe something like Asperger's or something like that. That's kind of what we're dealing with. Let's roll it.
We all act in our everyday lives. The woman acts as if she's had a climax with the incompetent lover. We all act. But what I remember once Patrick Swayze, a true friend.
Yeah, It's another scammer. I feel like, I don't know. He might have some real pull, but...
I need you to wait about it. Because we sent Bullet to the Bolivians. It's actually really cool.
You want to send like a message or something?
Okay, what does it have to do with mailing a bullet?
See, this way, we send a message to the Bolivians. Get inside their heads.
Yeah, there it is.
All right? That's when you kill Paco.
I'm not waiting for some fucking bullet.
I'd rather you did, though.
Oh my God.
Yeah, such an easy shot.
Doing this to me, man. Fuck you.
Just standing there.
You bald fuck. Fuck you, man.
Come on, you don't mean that.
Oh, I actually really love this guy's attitude. He's just like so chill.
The whole mailing bullet concept is something Goran's been workshopping for years now. And I just think this time...
Workshopping that for years?
Hank. I just get call from home. They are sending Stovka.
What? Oh my God. Stovka? He's gonna be here? Oh my God.
These guys, man.
Best assassin in history of Chechnya.
Yes!
A legend.
Oh, wow. Okay,
The other guy was the best assassin too, apparently.
Lucky. Was best Chechen assassin.
Oh, it wasn't that great.
okay, he is taking out whole armies by himself.
He's unreal. Simply unreal.
Okay, when I was a kid,
Sounds unreal.
What does this mean for me and Barry?
we'll probably kill you, but I haven't checked with Goran yet.
These villains are something else, man.
3, 4, 5. Hold on. 6. Hello?
Oh no.
You got an audition this afternoon.
Today? Oh, wow.
Oh no. Stop her.
It's the role of a mom. Pivotal to the episode.
Cool. So, like a millennial mom?
I don't know. I haven't read it. Can I tell them you'll be there?
Absolutely.
Great.
Sweetie! Shit. Oh, sorry. Oh, my God.
She committed to it at least. Man, this guy's lining up all the shots.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, and then when it's time, it's gonna be like, okay, he's gonna go like hide or something.
Stovka. Welcome to America.
Looks like he's seen a thing or two. Is this the guy from Friends? The guy who lives downstairs? Also from Breaking Bad, but... I think it is.
First time in LA. When my partner gets back, you're gonna kill us, yeah? Pop, 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 pop.
My whole life, ever since a boy, is death.
Yeah, he looks out of it.
Turns out that Romeo Madison was training Goran Pazar's wife. Training.
Oh, shit. Motive.
Yeah.
So we know
Yeah,
Chechens would kill Ryan, but who killed the Chechens?
I'm in my childhood bedroom. Oh, look, here's the ball from the championship game.
Is Barry blown away by this? I guess maybe, not something he's ever seen before or experienced. I wonder what his is going to be.
Okay, Barry, yes, we have established we're in your bedroom, so what do you see?
Toy chest?
Don't use Nick's room. All right, we're in a grocery store. What do you see?
Soup.
We see soup. What kind of soup? Just look at the shelf.
I can't.
Why?
Someone bought it?
No one bought it. That's a lie. Take your hands out of your pocket. Don't slouch. You're stuck.
What is your emotional connection to soup? Like, for me, I feel like it's somehow...
Yeah, I feel like it is something like Asperger's or something like that.
Yes.
You're like stomachache or the flu.
He gets a little bit too dark and... Okay.
Detective Moss.
So I have to say, if they're watching and he gets a little bit too dark into something from his past.
How old a guy are you, Stovka?
45.
What?
Okay.
Did he just like stop counting or what?
I know.
Man, like, yeah, he looks like he's only known death from a young age.
Believe me, she say I'm broken. It will always be the same. My whole life, ever since a child, is death.
Wow.
There is only one true way out.
Taking his own life.
Phone out of my pocket here. I could show you one gal. She's Cherokee. She's really wild.
He's taking care of the whole thing himself. Yeah, he doesn't need... Wow. That was a crazy acting scene, though. You really feel that emotion in him.
I just did this web series. Well, it wasn't a web series, it was a YouTube video. But it's like up to 249 views.
Sounds about right.
Drove.
Did you kill him?
No. How?
Hey, I booked an audition.
Oh, cool.
Well, actually, Mike said that the producers asked for me by name.
Oh, wow. Wait, who's Mike?
My agent.
Oh.
Well, actually, he hip-pocketed me, but once I book something, he'll be my agent.
That seems fair.
Can you drive me? It would really help to run lines in the car.
Well, how long will it take?
Not long, I promise.
He might miss the hit. Ruin the years and years of planning, apparently.
I know the ins and outs of your profession.
Mm-hmm.
From where I'm standing, you check all the boxes.
What the fuck are you supposed to be?
Is he doing a scene? Got the confidence, I'll give him that.
Why would he do this? He was at top of his profession.
He's at the end of his rope.
I find it refreshing. You're open with your feelings.
Yeah, it is weak.
No, that's your family talking.
Fugues is just gonna talk his way out of everything, huh?
What you need, if we're being honest, is a world-class assassin, and I happen to be very close with one.
You know, when Kusno sends me the mammoth stuff, I think maybe you could help me.
Sally, we're ready for you now. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Hey, you'll wait for me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Might not make that hit. Fugues' talk about being world class might
Liv? Hi.
fall short.
Sally and I did 6 episodes of this show about roller derby together.
Bonnie and the Boston Bombers.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, it was tragic. You're the lead? It's your... Wow. Wow. That is awesome.
Oh, man.
Listen, I asked casting to bring you in for this.
Mm-hmm.
They did not think you were right.
Mm-hmm.
Way to hype her up before the audition. Yeah, the fakeness is
That was
palpable.
your son? With the little boy that fell in the ape pit?
Yeah. And when I was down there, I'm sorry, I know this. Can we start over?
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, you're scattered, Goran. You and your guys, you're all over the map.
Fugues is talking his way through everything. I guess that's like what he's good at, you know. He's the coordinator. Barry's the one that takes the action, so it makes sense.
If I got a stash house you want, then that's what you should go after. Then when he comes up here to LA to deal with that, you kill him.
You could have Buddy handle these things.
Look, what are we thinking about this lock, huh? Seems like a remnant.
Surprised he feels good enough to eat a steak after having some of his teeth filed. They didn't get like too far with it, I guess.
Okay.
This day sucks.
Sorry.
Hey, let's go do something.
I'd,
Got an appointment.
Call him sick.
I can't.
That's okay. Sorry. I'm being a bitch. You gotta pay the bills, right?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, man. Extra zoom. So they still got the freak on him. Wonder why. There's the freak going rogue. Doing his own thing.
Sally, Kusno gave me this mammoth stuff, and it's got a lot of words.
I was Bonnie.
Are we doing another scene?
Liv was just one of the bombers. I was the lead on a...
Oh, yeah, it's really hitting her. Been drinking or something?
She's her own
Oh,
fucking
no.
show. How can she be a millennial and I'm a mom? Oh my god, it was so humiliating. Maybe I deserve it. Maybe I'm just a shitty fucking actress.
Multitask.
What? No, come on. Sally, you're like one of the best actresses I've ever seen.
I don't want to be alone.
We'll be over in half an hour.
Yeah, I mean, just giving up the old life is not like Fugues. He's necessarily trying to like look out for him as a person, you know, caring about him as a person, but I mean, he's got kids. Gonna be faced with the aftermath again, maybe.
No tiene que hacer esto. No tiene que hacer esto.
Flannel for all.
I mean, to think all this guy would have to do is yell out. I really love like the dichotomies that they draw, like the parallels that they draw between in these scenes, like some party going on in the background while somebody's dying, you know.
I'm not the only one who felt that way. All the bombers, they all hated her. Also, yeah, my friend Amy, she was one of the other bombers. She had a nightmare about her last night. She has leukemia. That's a whole other story.
And she is talking. Yeah, and she has been drinking, dang.
Do you think I'm gonna be a star?
Yeah. You're like the best actress I've known.
He hasn't known too many actresses, but okay. Oh,
What kind of soup do you want?
Lentil vegetable?
Yeah, that's fine.
lentil vegetable, that's his soup, huh?
Some gum?
You can see it now. He's got that clarity.
No tiene que hacer esto.
Why did you say that? Oh, you don't have to do this.
Well, interesting episode. Finding it a little bit difficult to provide commentary for this, honestly. I'm liking the villains. These like happy-go-lucky guys, excited about their job, which is, you know, something to say. And Fugues, of course, talking his way out of that situation, he didn't really talk the guy into offing himself, but he did kind of facilitate a conversation with the guy. But I feel like he was already there. The guy just needed a gun put in his hand, and he probably would have done that eventually. I don't know if the character was supposed to actually be like 45, or if he just like stopped counting at a certain extent. But yeah, to have a life where you're just killing constantly, the stress has got to get to you, and it would, I guess, make some sense why he would look so old for being that age. But yeah, I feel for him, and that was a very good acting scene there. You could really feel that emotion, that, you know, that pain. You could see it in his eyes. Yeah, Fugues is kind of like allied himself with these Chechen guys, and he's kind of leaning on Barry. He's leaning on Barry for the rest of this stuff, while, you know, he's using that as the bargaining chip to help these guys to kind of save his own skin, maybe, but really to endear himself, to make himself very essential to them. You know, they wouldn't want to kill him while he can still provide them with some kind of information, some kind of plans and stuff like that. So because like for them to have gone like a year with that whole bullet plan for that, like not even a year, more than a year for that bullet plan to take act, like is it's like, okay, these guys need some help, right? We also dealt with a little bit of jealousy this time around, as far as like I keep forgetting her name, but maybe Amy. No, I'll know it by the end of this. But yeah, she met the old friend that had gotten the position that she felt like she didn't deserve. And judging just by the lines that she had in that audition room, it didn't seem like she might have deserved that lead role. But the casting people were like just nodding along, like, yeah, wow, like that's some amazing stuff. But yeah, she feels like maybe she deserves it more than that girl did. But that might be the case. But really hit her hard. And I guess it is understandable, you know, especially in such a competitive field like that, trying to break into a social dynamic, a social circle. People in general tend to like to go with the familiar, right? They like to go with the safe bet most of the time. So like that's why it's such a, you know, somewhat closed off little society within itself, because, you know, if you can get a well-known actor who's proven themselves over movie after movie after movie or show after show, you're probably going to go with that actor over a new actor that's going to be a potential risk, right? Of course, there are situations, that's how new actors come into the game, right? Is, you know, people taking that risk, feeling as though they're safe enough in that to, you know, put that person in the movie or the show or whatever it is. But it can be very hard, very difficult to break in, and it really takes those connections to help you to get into the positions you need to get into to make that happen. I'm just kind of talking off the cuff here because I'm not an actor. I don't have experience with that, but that's just what I see in my understanding of it. Seems like the police are kind of off the case as far as the acting class goes. Maybe they're going to be looking at the gyms now, but it seemed like everybody that answered the questions gave them some sort of, you know, closure, as far as like nobody in the acting class is kind of suspicious. We'll see. Maybe they'll be like diving into the backgrounds a little bit more. If they go to the gym and they don't find anybody there, they might be like, all right, maybe the acting class, or maybe it's just a fluke scenario. But then, of course, when the footage gets shown, they're going to have a physical description. It might not be super clear, the image of like who was shooting, but once they get that physical description, they might, you know, have a little bit more reason to return and start interviewing people again. Anyway, let's hop into the next episode.
A very book. Great couch.
Making them a little Facebook here, huh?
You exist. Okay, so we've added everyone from class. Is there anyone else you want to add?
Bro looks like he's in love. He's blanking out like he's in that story again or something. I don't know, that might be a little dangerous, bro. I think this is more on the casual side.
Jesus, that was fast.
Yeah, I know. You can find anyone on Facebook now.
But like,
Problem with Facebook now,
she put his name
one
as
big
Barry
baby parade.
Block.
Ugh.
He's like messaging people that he knows already than when they know his real last name, especially somebody that was in the military with him, you know, or going by last names is kind of the thing.
I'm not going to class. Yeah, Mike got me another audition. Does this look military to you?
Are you playing someone in the military?
A medic.
You know, I used to be a Marine, so if there's any questions you want to ask me?
No. I can ask Mike. He's an agent. He gets it.
Wow. Be way better to ask somebody with actual experience. It's not like Hollywood is always the best at portraying authenticity.
A Bolivian stash house.
Fuchs, this isn't a hit. This is a raid.
I know. I believe in you, Barry.
He must have some major faith in Barry. Although we don't really know how skilled Barry is. He might be very good. Not standing on leaving or anything or stopping. Just kind of folding here. And I kind of wonder...
We couldn't leave if we tried. You're fucking welcome. Last two drawers.
I wonder like what Fuchs' angle is in this. Because I'm sure he's getting more out of this than we are seeing, or that he's letting on to Barry. Maybe keeping more money than he's saying.
Because of you, what I must now do is bypass locking protocol.
Can you open it?
What I must do is bypass locking.
On to the next audience, huh? This guy really wants to make a show out of this whole thing, huh?
1 day, 2 day, 3 day,
4 day, 5 day.
4 day. Should I do?
Do.
I came in early for this bullshit.
What is he doing here? Is he going to his own like audition or something?
Hello, Mr. Cusno. This is Detective Janice Moss. You left me.
I think I've got a little bit of a bombshell for you. But I don't feel comfortable talking on the phone. Could we meet for coffee?
Okay.
Every time he speaks, when he's like flirting, he sounds like he's reading a script or something. Running the dialogues.
Gene?
I think he might be going for his own audition, which is kind of funny.
Oh my God, he's with Judd Hirsch.
Hey, Francine! This crazy man know Judd Hirsch. Yeah!
He doesn't necessarily know him. Maybe that's just like one of those things where he just like ran up and people were snapping pictures or something. I don't know. I really don't know his background, but if he's auditioning for
So now, reading for Man in Back of Line?
Man in Back of Line, then yeah. Either something had to happen to ruin the career, or he's just kind of a poser.
Hey, we're waiting here. Would you like to see anything else?
Nope, that was great. I think we got it.
Wonderful.
I won't let you lose your leg. But you need to make me 2 promises in return. From now on, when you refer to me, you'll refer to me as Dr. Adrena Borowitz.
Tell him that to a dying man, really? That might take his last breath to say all that.
I think you're gonna book it.
Okay.
I get to this point with a lot of my prospective clients where I have a decision to make. Do I want to sign them or do I want to fuck them?
Well, he's up front.
Oh,
wow.
I'd really like to keep this professional.
It was totally a joke. Did you think I was serious?
No way. That's cat, bro. He paused for way too long for that to be a joke. He was just trying to test the waters. Wow.
Sorry about that.
I don't know. She might have just sullied their relationship, though. I mean, it's messed up, but that's probably the case, you know? Probably the deciding factor whether or not he was going to do it.
So I'm gonna grab my check from work and then I'll come right after.
So I just got like a set amount of food and a set amount of drinks.
Oh.
So just like no plus ones. If that's
Yeah, I was
cool.
kind of wondering about that. I was
Okay,
talking
so
about that
what's
maybe last time.
Cool. Oh, and my friend Zach Burrows is gonna be there.
Do I know him?
Well, he just.
Like reconnecting with those old, like, Marine friends.
You son of a bitch. Hi, I'm from downtown.
That chicken now a king is not the best piece of poultry you've ever had in your mouth. You can kick me right in the genitals.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, where are you going at this time of night anyway?
Gotta give it to
Sure,
him. He's
want
committed.
beer with your
Playing that game. I don't know. That line, that poultry in the mouth, is kind of sticking with me. I think there was a little bit of innuendo there.
What the fuck? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, dude, I got a fucking wife, a fucking kid now. Look at this. Look. Oh, that's fucking crazy. He looks just fucking like you, dude.
Typical Marine speak. And everything.
Fucking kids. Fucking kids. Fucking kids.
You want to introduce me to your friends?
Yeah, this is Chris. We were in the Marines together.
Great. And who are they?
Who's my fucking...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Really fucking hitting that?
Oh, no. My girlfriend's the blonde on the couch right there.
Putting a label on it, huh?
Bieber smacking on your chip, dude.
Can you do the voice?
They're gonna have a child do it.
Oh. So, well, like, is.
Yeah, it's just gonna be the physical performance. So not like Gollum, of course, but just like, which is very interesting. Usually they would use like voice or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
my girl. I don't think the young lady wants you talking to her.
Dude.
Fuck, Barry.
No, I got this.
Oh,
Hey, listen, One Direction. I don't think the young lady wants you talking to her, so maybe you should just get the fuck out of here, man.
Are you fucking...
This is a train wreck, man. Horrible.
Sally. Hi, I'm Zach Burrows.
Yes, I sent you my link.
I mean, like, I don't necessarily blame him for thinking that, because he does seem a little bit clueless, you know, about the whole thing.
I didn't like the way you were talking to that guy.
You didn't like the way I was talking?
Like, for a Marine, I'm kind of surprised he wouldn't get this, but it's okay.
I'm sorry, but I mean, we slept with each other.
Oh my God. Yeah, we slept together.
Yeah.
One time. Oh, what? That makes me your girl now.
Well, yeah, kinda.
Do not fucking tell me what I am. Do you have any idea what that feels like? Do you?
No, I don't.
Well, it makes me feel like...
Well, I think he does. Spent his whole life, maybe. And maybe the guy last time, the hitman, was kind of like a representation of Barry down the road, you know what I'm saying? A hitman at the end of his rope. His entire life is just killing, you know? That's what Fugues wants for Barry.
They're scaring Zach Burrows. Barry, get them out of here right now.
What a fucking baby.
I mean, yeah, what,
Are you okay?
what injury did he sustain?
Zach!
Yeah, I feel for Barry for sure. Not really understanding that, but like,
I could rock you like a baby.
I would like you to rock me like a baby.
I could drop kick you in the middle of a restaurant. Everybody would applaud, and I would be.
oh my gosh.
And I would let you do it.
Dude's smooth. You gotta give it to him, and he doesn't give up.
Right there.
Take the shot. No.
Okay, pause it right there.
Like I was saying, it's probably gonna be distorted, but they do have his physical appearance, his physical description now. So.
No. But if this guy was someone you knew, you'd recognize him.
You're driving this car, you got those sick new threads in that fat fucking Water Hundreds from Auto Parts?
It's a very well-managed company.
Whatever this is, I want in.
Barry might be able to use the help, honestly. Alright, this is a pretty good episode. Barry's a pretty interesting character to me. I'm just very curious about like his early life. We saw that scene where he was kind of like, when he was trying to do the scene, trying to like visualize the whole situation, like looking down at his feet. And to me, that kind of seemed like a childhood shot, you know, like he was going to start reliving something from his childhood where he was like looking down at his feet or something like that. Maybe going through some type of abuse or something. But like, to me, I'm like, okay, he's gone through life not having done so many things, it seems like, but he's also been out in the world. So it's just kind of strange to me. But as I mentioned during the action, kind of offhandedly, like he was a Marine, and there are like a plethora of stereotypes that of course don't encompass the entirety of what is a Marine, right? Those guys that he invited were kind of stereotypical in that way. I can understand like why he may not have experienced a lot of the normal things that you would experience as a Marine, but like being around the environment, you know, and just being around people like that, you would think that maybe he would have some kind of exposure and kind of understand a few things maybe, but it's not seeming that way. It just makes me wonder if this is like his first relationship, or what he thinks is a relationship. And it's not like it's an illogical way to think, right? It's just become so casual these days, just like sleeping with people, right? It can be very easy to just like discard that as just like a casual encounter, right? And that's what she felt it was. But Barry, I guess maybe the way he was raised, or maybe just his rationale, which is kind of the natural rationale. You get connected with somebody you do those things with, you know, it's chemically proven, scientifically, you were going to experience some sort of connection. And of course he was drinking and whatnot, so there is that factor to include in the whole scenario as well. But I think my Asperger's diagnosis is, you know, somewhat accurate maybe, or maybe something happened in the past that maybe damaged his brain. Maybe he got some kind of injury or something that kind of maybe messed with his memory, messed with his emotions, maybe some kind of like damage to the frontal lobe or something like that, that might have motivated that behavior to shift and change in his cognition to lessen in that regard. Seems like Fuchs made it out of the whole situation pretty well. He built a whole new thing for himself, a little gig for him and Barry, and that kind of concerns me as well with this new guy kind of coming into the mix, because Fuchs, one, is very focused on like the money and, you know, just doing what he needs to do without worrying about more consequences. So I would maybe put Fuchs on more of a psychopathic spectrum than Barry is. But with this new guy coming in who seems to be already down for the whole situation, it might put Barry and Fuchs' relationship in jeopardy because Barry, as we've learned, had not been seeking this out. He wasn't seeking out doing hitman work for like the money. He was just very depressed and he had lost his way and he needed some sort of outlet to kind of get himself out of the slump, out of the depression that he was in. Fuchs came along and gave him that hitman job as a sort of channel to kind of give him some kind of purpose in life, right? Probably sort of taking advantage of the whole situation to kind of get what he wants, right? Because as we've seen, Fuchs is very good with those words. But Barry wasn't necessarily seeking out doing hitman work. It's just something that he's good at and something that he could do and something that would get him out of his rut. So that's the main difference between Barry and this guy. Is like this guy, he knows exactly, or he doesn't know exactly what's going on with Barry, but he knows that it's something illicit, illegal, something that's getting him a lot of money to do, and he wants in on that no matter really what it is. So having someone with kind of a like-minded sense to Fuchs, again, could put that situation, that relationship between Barry and Fuchs in jeopardy. As always, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and leave a comment down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.